Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well today. Today I bring you a new book. Book's name is 1 Minute Manager. So we are going to read that book for upcoming week. So now let's get started. So I'm going to explain you about little information about that book. Okay, so let's have an introduction about that book. In this brief story, we present you with a great deal of what we have learned from our studies in medicine and in the behavioral sciences about how people work best other people. Basically, that book based on uh, people's mind. Basically, that book shows the qualities of a manager in any corporation. That book is basically about shows the skills that a manager must have to manage their team or the workers who is working below him. So by best we mean know people produce valuable results and feel good about themselves into the corporation, so the organization and other people with whom they work. So the people who is working under the manager, so how a manager can convince the workers to give productive results and manage every task and the work they get. Okay, so and also that's managers responsibility that they feel good and well for themselves. So that's all about the introduction of that story, 1 Minute Manager. That's a very good book. You can download it, and very renowned book, I think, and it's very helpful book that you all must read if you are really wanna enhance your knowledge and the language of that book. It's quite simple, and if you have no time, so you can prefer to listen my podcast. So let's move into that story. So once there was a bright young man who was looking for an effective manager. There was a young man uh, who had a curiosity about to find a manager. So he decided to visit each and every corporation and take a feedback from the employees who is working in that corporation and asking some question about related to find a 1 minute manager, a manager, not a 1 minute manager, a manager who can handle. Basically the employees loves him and respect him the most. He wanted to become one. His search had taken him over many years to the far corners of the world. He had been in a small towns and in the capitals of powerful nations. He had spoken with many managers, with government administrators and military officers, construction superintendents, and corporate executives, university presidents and shop foremen, utility supervisors, and foundation directors, with the managers of shop and stores, of restaurants, banks, and hotels, with men and women, young and old. He had gone into every kind of office, large and small, luxurious and sparse, with windows and without. He was beginning to see the full spectrum of how people manage people, and that's what the managers do. Basically, I'm too pursuing my masters. My primary goal is to become a manager in a corporation. I think the manager, other people, their colleagues who is working under him, So that's manager's responsibility to make him feel confident about themselves and also care about their troubles and hurdles that they are facing during the work. Story, the person who was traveling around the world and renowned hotels, universities, restaurants, corporations, he visited everywhere to find a person or people who manage people well. So but he wasn't always pleased with what he saw. He had seen many tough managers whose organizations seemed to win while their people lost. Some of their supervisors or superiors thought they were good managers. Many of their subordinates thought otherwise. As the man sat in each of these tough people's offices, he asked, "What kind of manager would you say you are?" Okay, he asked a question when he meet to the manager in any corporation, university, college, restaurant, hotel. What kind of manager are you? Their answers varied only slightly. I'm an autocratic manager. I keep on top of the situation, he was told. A bottom line manager, hard nosed, realistic, and profit minded, and who did not care about their employees and behave rudely towards them and maintain a hard and strict image in a corporation and focuses on making a profit as much as they can. But the pride in their voices and their interest in results. The men also met many nice managers whose people seemed to win while their organizations lost. Some of the people who reported to them thought they were good managers. Those to whom they reported had their doubts. As the man sat and listened to these nice people answer the same question he heard, I'm a democratic manager, participative, supportive, considerative, humanistic. He heard the pride in their voices and their interest in the people. But he was disturbed. It was as though most managers in the world were primarily interested either in results or in people. There is only two types of manager. The first one who is interested in profit of the organization, and the second one who is interested in people. So the managers who were interested in the result often seemed to be labeled autocratic, while the managers interested in the people were often labeled democratic. The young man thought each of these managers, the tough autocrat and the nice democrat, were only partially effective. So, what do you think about it? Should the corporation need a autocratic manager or a manager who care about people, a democratic manager? So let me know in the comment section. Or neither an autocratic manager or nor a democratic manager is good for any organization. Partially effective. It's like being half a manager. Yeah, that's true because being an autocratic or being a democratic is not quite enough. A half manager, he thought. He returned home tired, discouraged. He might have given up his search long ago, but he had one great advantage. He knew exactly what he was looking for. ineffective managers. He thought manage themselves and the people they work with so that both the organizations and the people profit in their presence. The young man had looked everywhere from an effective manager but had found only a few. The few he did find would not share their secrets with them. He began to think maybe he would never find out what really made an effective manager tick. He found few managers who was very brave, intelligent, and who are not who neither who was neither autocratic nor democratic. But they weren't ready to share their secrets, and that's what the man wanted to know. Now, then he began hearing marvelous stories about a special manager who lived, ironically, in a nearby town. He heard that people liked to work for this man and that they produced great results together. The young man wondered if the stories were really true and if so, whether this manager would be willing to share his secrets with him. Curious, he telephoned the special manager's secretary for an appointment. The secretary put him through immediately. The young man asked this special manager when he could see him. He heard, anytime this week is fine except Wednesday morning. You pick the time. So I think these are the indications of a young manager who is always ready to meet people, especially the people who really want to meet. So the manager agreed to meet him and told told him anytime in the week but except Wednesday morning. The young man quietly chuckled because this supposedly marvelous manager sounded like a cook to him. What kind of manager had that kind of time available? He thought, what kind of manager had that kind of time available? But the young manager was fascinated. He went to see him. So that was all about today's story, and we'll discuss further in that topic in this book. So if you haven't been subscribed to my channel, please do that. Press the bell icon so that you can get the notification as would upload any video on my channel, and leave a comment below in the comment section. And if you have any queries, suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. Leave a comment. I would definitely check out them all. And please share this video if you have friends who are really passionate about to learn that language. So it would be very helpful for them. And also be disciplined about your routine and practice every single day, and do not break the conversation. Always put your tasks on priority and accomplish them before going to bed. So that was all about today. I hope you enjoyed a lot. So thank you very much. We'll meet into the next episode.